Hello and welcome to Reverend Raymond's Corner. 4 things I want you to remember. Number 1, keep God in your life. Number 2, family. I have 2 more other things that I personally like. Number 3 is coffee. I gotta have that every day. I'm gonna fresh brewing right now, so in a little bit you're gonna see me drink. And my last thing is, my number 4 thing is my Xbox. Yes, ever since my son got it for me for my Christmas from last year, I've been addicted to this Xbox. More so to Madden 17 American football. That's right. So I'm fixing to create me a team here. So I'm going to put this up here on the screen. And as I go through this, you'll be able to see what I am doing. Hopefully, you might be able to see this whole thing. So here we go. You're going to hear my voice, but you're not going to see much of me. And hopefully you might be able to see the screen better than I hope you could be able to see it. I'm hoping that you might be able to see the screen a little bit better. Maybe I might have to move the TV a little bit more. You'll be able to see most of it. There we go. Whoops. Well, let me make sure you get most of this in here where you can see it. And that's the best I could probably do for you. Probably maybe be able to come back just a little bit more. And I'll be able to get most of it. There we go. Now we get it all in there. Get that up there. And now you'll be able to see it. So, first thing I'm going to do here is, first I got to find my remote. Where did I put my, oh, there we go. Alright, now. What I want to do is I'm going to start right here where it says start a new franchise. You can see right here. So I'm going to press that button. And I'm going to use the preseason roster, the entire 2017 players that are on the list at this moment. Here we go. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to select a specific team. And then I'm going to take this particular team. And we're going to relocate this original NFL team to a new city. But I have to get through the entire first season first. But in the meantime, we're going to put a loop in everything. And what I mean by loop is that we're going to change the entire outlook of the different teams. That's right. I'm going to pick out my own team as we go through this deal. Now, I'm going to pick out a team that I believe that it's going to be my first victim will be the Buffalo Bills. They move in the first year of the season. So now, as I pick them, now as you can see, I have several options here. So I'm going to go down here to change the role. And I'm not going to play coach or player. I'm going to play owner mode. Franchise owner mode. I'm going to create the owner. Yes, I'm going to put my name on there, but I want to be a financial Mongol. I want to be the rich guy. So let's go put my name on there first. As I'm putting my name, I'm going to tell you something. Never, ever, ever, ever take God out of your life. Why? Because without God, we cannot survive. God designed us to worship Him, not ourselves. And it all begins with God. But now, second thing is my family. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I no longer have kids in my house. Woo! I do have a wife, but that's okay. I love her very, very much. I really do. Let's go down there and I'll get the cap. And let's put the last name here. Yes, sir. I'm going to try not to be really loud. Last time I did it, they said I was really, really loud, and I really, really disturbed her. Alright, now we're going to hit accept. Raymond Schmidt is the owner of the Buffalo Bills. But remember what I said. We're going to change. We're going to remove this team to another location. But I've got to do something else first. Now I'm going over here to the starting point. We get the choice of starting a regular season, preseason, or fantasy draft. You know what I mean? I want the fantasy draft. So in other words, we're going to throw the whole thing right in the pool in the very begin with. That's right. Now I'm going to come back over here to me, and now we're going to wait for it to come up. I already know the name of this team that we're going to, what city they're going to go to, so I'm going to save it as the team that I want to do. soon as we get to that safe place before I start the preseason draft. Here we go. Now, I'm going to save this. That way I won't lose it. So the name of this will be the Oklahoma City Bisons. So I'm going to put OKC Bisons. B-I-S-O-N. Oklahoma City Bisons. That's right. That's pretty cool. There's two other teams that I'm going to be moving to Oklahoma City. But right now we're going to do the Oklahoma City Bisons. Alrighty. Now I can start my fantasy draft. Where am I going to get picked? Oh, I get the 9th pick. Someone did. I'm going to come down here and pause the draft. That way, as I go, you can see what I am doing. I'm going to slide this up a little bit. As you can see that the top quarterbacks are pretty much already taken. So, I know most of the quarterbacks, so I'm going to make my first selection. Me, personally, I would like to see what my quarterback selections are. Here we go. We got the first 7 out of the remainder of whatever's left out of that. That doesn't mean that you're got to have a quarterback like with an 89 rating. You can have a lower rating and build him up, you know, like sometimes I do. My number 1 quarterback so happens to be a guy who I believe very Christian-like, and a lot of people cut him down constantly. So we're going to go look for him. I want him as my number 1 quarterback. Yes, Tim Tebow. Where are you, Tebow? Alright, we're close to it somewhere. And he is right. We're getting there. There he is. Tim Tebow. I'm going to get him. And let me tell you, the first 5 picks, you get a 5-year contract. Thereafter, it's 4, 3, 2, and 1-year contract, depending on who you pick out. Okay, now I get a second selection. And I would like to... I'm not worried much about the offense. I can work with the offense I'm pretty good with the offense. Defense, I'm not very good at. So I'm going to try my best to get the best I can on defense. Therefore, I might be able to work with them. I don't know how well I will be on it, but that's the way it is. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Defense tackle. I could pick that numb song. Let's see. I already got a defensive tackle. So let's go with. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to go and see what receivers we have. We have several receivers here. Who's my favorite receiver? Well, you know, my favorite receiver has already been taken, but, you know, that's okay. I've got a bunch of them here that can actually, hey, here's one I like, Larry Fitzgerald. You know what, I'm going to take him. He's pretty cool, he's pretty good, you know, yeah. Now, there you can see, I can go down. Let's go and look and see what we have as far as tight ends. Alright. We have some tight ends. We got some pretty good tight ends here with some good averages. They're all pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I played them all once here and there. But here's one of my favorite guys, Jason Witten. I'm going to put him as my tight end. You know, I'm going to put him in my 5-year. I got one more pick that is a 5-year contract. And then once I get this last pick, then we're going to work on the rest of the team. So what do I work with? Let's try to see if we can find something defensively. Well, let's see here. A lot of defensive tackles. How about if we go with well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down up here to the guy in the middle linebacker and see what we have here. Yeah, Jared Mayo from Tennessee. He's got an 88. Lawrence Timmons, Marshall, Rolando. I'm going with Jared Mayo, alright? Here we go. Yes, sir. Now, normally, when I do this, I just let the computer randomly, after my first 5 picks, I let the computer randomly pick them out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to let the computer finish the randoming of my team. As I did it, I'm going to slide on over here. This is my team. This is my ownership. Yes, sir. This is my owner goals, media question, team value, finances, marketing, stadium, fan happiness, staff, and team success. Now, I have a particular coach that I like. There's 2 of them that I like to be coaching my team after the first year. But they're already coaching another team. So, to get them off the other team, I have to make them lose, to force the team to fire them, to put them in the pot where I can hire this coach. So I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. We're going to force that team to lose, which unfortunately is actually my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, I want Garrett as my coach. I could build him up. I know how to build him up. I've done it several times. So anyway, then we got team success. The staff right now, we have a head coach, Ryan, and he's alright. He's not that bad. But I don't want him as my head coach, so I'm going to keep him for the first year, and then next year, when I'm ready to release him, and when we get set up, I'm going to have the coach that I want, and the moving of the new team. So, alrighty, and we are still waiting on the rest of the pitch. And I'm going to go down to the stadium, and I'm going to open up the stadium part. As you can see, it says upgrade, rebuild, or relocate. Well, right now the rating is 12. So, soon as we get finished with the team and get ready for the preseason game, I'm going to be able to come back to this area and work on relocating this team to Oklahoma City to be the Oklahoma City Bisons. So, the reason why I chose Bisons is because, look at it, Buffalo Bills. Buffalo and Bisons are in the same actual family, so therefore, anyway, so that's what I plan on doing. So now, let us go back and see how we're doing as far as the team wise. All right, for the 53 rounds, we're almost done here. So I'm gonna go over here and show you that I am in the American Conference East. We will be with the Patriots, Jets, and the Dolphins when I relocate. And there's the schedule. There's the 4 preseason games that we will be facing. The Panthers, the Browns, the Steelers, and the Lions. During the preseason, secondary teams get to play in the second half. So I'm going to try each game to try to get a game going where now we're finished with the draft. Now we're going to see what kind of team I have and what the computer picked after my first 5 picks. So I really don't know who my running back is because I didn't pick him. So we're fixing to find out who the quarter picked, the CPU picked for me as my running back. But in the meantime, I've got going over here to an improved team. It says here, I went down to Trade Center. It will tell me how many I have. I got 54 players on the team. I can have 70 players, up to 70 players in the preseason. By the end of the season, one of those will be gone. I will be at a 53-man roster. I could be less than that, depending on. It's telling me that I need a rating for a quarterback. I need a tight end. These are things or ratings that I need, that they believe that I need to improve on. Well, at this moment, that's what the computer says, but I don't need to worry about improving on it. Alrighty, now I have another quarterback here that has got a better rating than my number 1 quarterback. But, however, the good thing about this is I could take this and move him up. He is now going to be my number 1 quarterback. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs. No, I take that. But yes, I have 4 running backs. And then I have a fullback. And I have 6 receivers. And 2 tight ends. Oh, yes, 2 tight ends. Wow. So, now I got my defense here. As you can see, I've got my defense set up. And I really, these numbers represents their overall ratings. Yes, sir. But now I want to go back, since it's ready to go, I'll go back over to my ownership, go back down to the stadium. Now it's giving me an opportunity to relocate. We are going to confirm this to relocate this team. Alrighty, now I want to zip through this real quick, like, you know. I really don't know how long this has been playing. Yeah, we've been doing this for now 15 minutes. And I'm hoping that another 15 more minutes and we'll get through this and we'll get ready to go. Alright, so what I need to do is to get through the preseason. I don't want to worry about the preseason. We've already selected ourselves already, and we're going to get down to the business of preparing to relocate this team. Now, as I was saying, number 1 is God, number 2 is family, number 3 is coffee, and surely this Xbox. And I'm going to try to video these games that I do from here on out for you to be able to see them. See what I do and how I play. Well, I'm not perfect at this game. I make a lot of mistakes sometimes. You know, the controller, you know, sometimes I make mistakes on it, and I'm like, well, I've won a few. I won most of my games, but most of them I've lost also. I've lost quite a few of them, of mistakes that I've made, but that's okay. Alright, now, we're at the regular season, but I need to get through the first 4 games to get to be able to relocate. I'm going to show you the relocation thing here. Now, this is going to be something, yeah, it's going to be a few minutes here. Once we get done with this, I'm going to get off the computer here, off the videoing, and I'm going to set things up after I get it all set up. I'm going to come back with the first round of the team. There we go. Yes, break week number 2. We're going to go through this. Hopefully, we might be able to see this. Alright. We're now on the 17th minute. I'm getting really close to 30 minutes. I'm going to try to get 30 minutes each. I'm going to try to keep the time down on each game. That way you can get to see the gist of the whole game. But I'm going to tell you, when I do the game, you're only going to be seeing the offense. I'm not going to play the defense because I'm not too good at the defense at this moment. Alright, one more and then we're going to start on relocation. The 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th week, we will be able to provide location, team, uniforms, and stadium. Alright, now, we're going to come down here, relocate the team. What cities do we have? I'm going to tell you, there are 17 cities. I'm going to go through them real slow. England, Oklahoma City, Houston, Dublin, Austin, Portland, Columbus, Sacramento, Chicago, Memphis, Brooklyn, Salt Lake City, Orlando, San Antonio, Toronto, Mexico City, Los Angeles, and back to London. Now, since I'm an Oklahoma City fan, and they do have, however, I'm going to go back here. Oklahoma City, I'm going to select there. Since I've selected Oklahoma City, we're going to go to an advance to the next week so we can make a decision what we're going to do. I already know what team I'm going to get, but I'm going to slowly show you the teams or the options that they're going to give you. the 17 cities have 3 team names that you can pick from, or you can, like at the very first beginning, as you see, I can continue with the Oklahoma City Bills, but the fan interest is not interested. The next one, the Oklahoma City Bisons. This is the one I will be selecting, but I'm going to show you the other ones here. The Oklahoma Nighthawks, they're in purple and burnt orange color. I love it. And the last one would be the Oklahoma City Lancers. I'm not too keen on the uniform because the pants are the same. On both uniforms, you have a waist jersey and a home jersey, and that's it. So you really don't got much on the uniform wise. But I'm going to go back here. I'm going to select the Bisons. Now we got to go back up here and advance to the week number 7. As soon as we get through this 8 weeks, and I show you my stadium, I'm going to cut this off for a minute and finish off getting caught up. And once I get to the next year's deal, I will come back on ready to show you the new looks of everything. But now, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to uniforms. There are 3 sets of uniform. This one, the popularity poll says 19%. This is the popularity poll of 40%. The next one is 41%. Now, 40 and 41 looks pretty close. Except, I'm going to give you a second to look at this one. See, it's got blue and orange, and then it's got white and blue. But if you go the other way around, you got orange and blue with blue pants, with orange pants and white shirts. But if you look at the end of the corners here, you've got the little kind of like wing thing that's got a buffalo on it. That's the one I'm going to go with. So those are the uniforms we are going to have. I'm going to go one more week down, and I'm going to show you the stadiums that I'm going to get a chance to pick out and what the stadiums will be looking like. Now, I have my preference on the stadiums. I'm not a big fan of a Jerry Jones type stadium. Well, apparently I have to work on this. As soon as I get through this part here, I'll show you what this is all about next time. Now, if I can get out of this, and we can get back to, there we go, down to, now we're going to choose the stadium. There are 5 stadiums. There's this particular stadium. It's got kind of like an opening on top. It's called a canopy stadium. And then we've got the basic futuristic stadium. But you gotta remember, each one of these have a building cost, how much it's gonna cost weekly or whatever, how many seats or whatever, but it's good for the area. Then we got the basic hybrid stadium, and it's kind of like a roof opening and closing type roof stadium, okay? And then the next one we have the Sapphire Stadium. More like a Jerry Jones stadium, as far as I'm concerned. And the last one is the basic traditional stadiums that they've had for years and before they started going with all the fancy stuff. This is my favorite stadium of them all. This is the one I'm going to pick. Now, as you see, I picked out the city, the name, the color of the uniforms, and the stadium. Now, I want to say goodbye, and I will come back to you a short bit, and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Remember, God number 1, family number 2. Coffee is number 3 to me, and then this Xbox. Well, welcome and thank you for coming to Reverend Raymond's Corner, and I will be back with you soon on the next message, next time, to see what the Oklahoma City Bisons look like. And be blessed. Amen.